This is Trabr. We're creating the technology and the ecosystem for everything building. We're creating a market network which boasts a marketplace and a mobile-first, cloud-based suite of project control tools for builders, consumers, trades, suppliers, for everybody. All on the smartphone, all remote, all mobile, all for building. This is Trabr, and this is a building conversation. G'day, this is Tony Huxley from Trabr Limited. I'm delighted to be joined today by the head of Cape Cod Australia and in his spare time the president of the New South Wales HIA, Rob Moerman. G'day Rob.
G'day Tony, how's things?
Good. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you making the time. In this sort of uncertain times, for want of a word, people understandably look to mitigate risk, and I'm just curious, builders included, have you noticed any discernible shift in builders looking to actually become subcontractors rather than owning and running projects themselves?
I think that's actually been a process that's been evolving over the last 5 to 10 years.
Oh, really?
Not just because of recent events.
Yeah.
I mean, that made, for some that were already going down that line, the so-called nail in the coffin to say, bugger it, I'm just going to go and work for somebody and or take less of the responsibility. I mean, one of I think the themes that is continually coming through as we move into this new world is compliance. And the smaller builders, the expectation on a multinational and a backyard builder is the same. Okay, so expectations in relation to compliance don't vary. So you really the small guy's got as much responsibility on his shoulders as the larger.
Yeah, with more resources, and he's got to bear it all himself.
Correct. I sit there and marvel continually at the small builder. I mean, not that our business is enormous, but I certainly have got staff to support both, not just the decisions, but the directions that we need to take. And so, you have to be everything from the accountant to the cleaner when you're a small business. So, and everything in between.
Because I guess historically, I've always, and I guess most of the population think this. When you hear that someone's a builder, you think, oh, you work for yourself.
Correct.
But that trend of, I just want a job. I don't want to carry all the risk. I don't want to carry all the staying awake at night.
Yeah.
Except jeopardising their home, etc., etc.
Yeah. So absolutely, so true.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot greater awareness of that, and probably one of the things that will kill it for a lot of, I often speak about there are so many really good builders out there, but not necessarily good business people and
sure, of course.
Compliance. So, but unfortunately, so you could be the best builder out there, but to actually be able to keep up with all of the changes in compliance, and compliance at every level, whether it be taxation, business, whether it be changes to the National Building Code, whether it it's incredible.
Yeah, and I guess no matter how they dress it, the compliance is only getting more complicated, more complex, more deep, more challenging.
That's it. Yeah.
Interesting. So listen, I want to say that the federal government's recent home builder scheme, or recently announced home builder scheme, was a strategically sound move. And I guess it wouldn't matter what they did, they're on a hiding to nothing anyway because they're the government. But putting that to one side, do you have any perspective on whether the initiative will produce much benefit for builders and trades, let alone for consumers?
Look, I've got no doubt that everyone's opinion will be based on their ability to benefit from the scheme.
Funny about that. Yep.
Whether it be the builder, whether it be the client. And ultimately when you start setting boundaries at a national level rather than a regional level, there's going to be discrepancies, whether you're building in Sydney versus Bathurst, Tasmania, Melbourne. I mean, the variables in relation to compliance and what you need to build contract to get it to happen, falling within the same parameters is really, really difficult to achieve. I think the difficulty lies in design, compliance, construct. Okay, so I mean, if you've already passed the design and compliance stage and you're ready to build now, it is possible to actually enter into a contract and have it commence within 3 months. However, if you think, oh, I'm going to design or design in our world, an extension, that in itself might take, depending on the size of it, a month or 6 weeks. Then you're going to go through a compliance stage. Then you're going to enter into a contract, and then you have to start to build. It's a physical impossibility to do it in the timeframes that have been set.
And the scheme parameters, isn't it for like, it's got to be done this year? You've got to draw down on it, or
contracted by the 30th of December, and commenced by the 31st of March. So
it's pretty tight.
So it's pretty tight. I think it certainly. There will be benefits, and the benefits have even though I don't think a lot of our clients will specifically benefit from it, it has got the phones to ring.
Yeah.
So I
can't criticise that.
Exactly. And really, once conversations commence, a lot of people, let's say in our world, we pointed out that the chances of them being able to achieve the results that they were looking for are not good. They continue with the conversation, which is great. So there will be people that benefit, in the industry, I believe, will benefit from.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a stimulus proposition, so the benefits I can see readily, but the amount of media coverage it's getting for what it's not doing, then again, I guess
it's always easy to knock something.
Indeed, no question.
So yeah,
I mean, look, the building space generally is a massive driver of the economy, so any stimulus, I guess, has value.
Absolutely.
Rob Moerman, thanks for your time. It's been fantastic. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Good on you.